All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get this party started. Welcome to another episode of Financial Talk Friday. I'm coming to you every Friday at 2 p.m. and dropping that knowledge that you need to be financially healthy. All right, so Becoming a Bean, we're always here each and every week trying to help you, push and pull you to be emotionally healthy, mentally healthy, spiritually healthy, but we can't forget about our financial health. Excuse me, y'all. So on Fridays, every Friday, I don't know what's happening to my voice, but every Friday I'm here to help you with your financial well-being and how your mind relates to your finances. Oh my God, why does this always happen to me, y'all? In the middle of a Facebook Live, I gotta be choking on myself. All right, anyway, I'm gonna talk today about a wealth mindset is a game changer. Now, when I talk about this, it's not just about business. Sometimes we keep saying money mindset and we keep thinking business, 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 and entrepreneur, working for yourself. And that's just not the case. The thing is just to get you changing your mind about how you see your money and how you handle your finances. Okay, we're trying to get that mental together so that you can, have a good relationship with money. So today we're talking about a wealth mindset is a game changer, and I'm going to be talking about some concepts that we need to consider. And these concepts can be applied to the game of life as well as the game of business. But before we get started, I just want to remind everyone of what we have coming up here on November 7th, our Singles Chat Reloaded. We will be talking about the book Relationship Goals. All right. It's written by Pastor Michael Todd of Transformation Church in Utah. And it's a very, very good book. And so our Singles Chat Reloaded on November 7th at noon Eastern Time, we're going to be talking about this book. And so join us, please. Go mark your calendars, get the reminder, and join the conversation about relationship goals and how to win at relationships and what you should be doing, not only to prepare for marriage, but just to be prepared to be in relationship, period. So join us on November 7th. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with today, which is talking about this wealth mindset that's a game changer. So I'm going to start this off talking about Russell Simmons creating Def Jam was a hip hop game changer. Okay. He took Def Jam and the music and the culture and he introduced it to everything: clothes, shoes, jewelry, cologne, comedy. Like he took music and infiltrated that to create a whole culture, right? And I'm not saying he's the creator, but he upped the ante. He didn't create rap, he didn't create hip hop, but he took that and he upped the ante and he introduced that to other areas of our culture. Then you had P. Diddy and his image and styling of Mary J. Blige. That was a game changer for women. All right. Not only did he mix hip hop and R&B, but her fashion and her persona gave the ladies a style that said, "I'm feminine, but at but I'm a beast at the same time. I got my feminine ways, but I can go toe to toe with y'all as well." So now I'm not saying Diddy was the first to mix hip hop and R&B. Not saying that, but he changed the game with Mary. Then we got good old Chick-fil-A. Who doesn't like Chick-fil-A? Now I know there's probably some of you out there that don't like Chick-fil-A, but hey, I like Chick-fil-A. But you can't, whether you like them or not, you can't deny that they are a game changer. Now, McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, they all have been selling chicken sandwiches for I don't know how long. But Chick-fil-A, they changed the game. Not only with the quality,
but the customer service. All right. When you say chicken sandwich, my first visual is Chick-fil-A. All right. So then you got other game changers. You got Amazon, game changer in retail. Netflix, game changer in live streaming and being able to watch movies and TVs. Apple, game changer in the technology world. And then you also have Facebook. Now we know Facebook totally changed social media. Now, if you're me, you probably started out with, I think it was Black Planet, and then we went to MySpace, and then Facebook just kind of wiped a lot of that out. All right, game changers. All these people or companies changed the game in their industry in some way, shape, or form. But it all started with one person, wealth, mindset, and vision. All right. Def Jam, you had Russell Simmons. Amazon, you have Jeff Bezos. Apple was Steve Jobs. Facebook is Mark Zuckerberg. See, to be a game changer is to be someone who has vision, someone who thinks beyond what they see. A game changer is a person whose mind, attitude, and influence is positioned to change something. All right. So, how is a wealth mindset a game changer? A wealth mindset is not about the dollars. It's really not. It's about the school of thought that changes the game. And so their school of thought was how their school of thought, their school of thought was, how can I take something and make it better? That's the school of thought you have to have for your life. How can I take my life and make it better? How can I take this business, make it better? How can I take my marriage and make it better? How can I take my children and make this thing better? How can I take an old concept and make it 10 times lucrative as it is now? You say lucrative. Yeah, your marriage can be lucrative. Your children can be lucrative, right? Your job can be lucrative. How can I take what's old and make it 10 times lucrative? And if you saw my Facebook Live last week's episode, I said follow the blueprint. But these people followed the blueprint or studied the blueprint, and then they 10x that thing. And so to change the game of life, to change your game of life, to 10x your life, you have to have the wealth mindset. It is the school of thought of the wealthy mindset that drives change and success. You want to improve you. You want to be successful. You want to heal emotionally. You want to get closer to God. No matter what it is that you want to do, it only manifests when you put in the work. All those people and businesses I mentioned only changed the game because they put in the work, which brings me to the first school of thought of the wealthy mindset, or I like to say the being mindset. Remember, there's being and existing. So that being mindset is you have to put it to work. You got to put in the work. No mental or physical laziness here, okay? You have to put in the mental work required to see the vision into fruition. Building something or changing something is about execution. So stop talking about it and be about it. All right, that's the first concept. The second concept, the second school of thought is, what does that have to do with me? See, the wealthy or the being mindset is not worried about anybody else's journey or timeline or results. They are focused on what they can do and do it better to make it work for them. So we've got to get out of this comparing ourselves to others, looking at what other people are doing, looking at their timeline and looking at their success. And what does that have to do with you? What does that have to do with you? It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Okay? You got to concentrate on what you're supposed to be doing, your purpose and why and your why and your timeline and what you got to do for you. Don't worry about everybody else. How you change your life for the better with this second school of thought. Just imagine what your life would be like and what you could do if you just didn't worry about the competition. Okay, so I'm going to share a short little story here real quickly, and then I'm going to move on to the third school of thought. So the second school of thought is not worry about anybody else. So I'm trying to put together this class on emotional healing because that's what I do. I teach people how to emotionally heal and take back their power. And I got this concept and I'm like, well, is there anything out there? And I'm thinking, I'm a game changer. I'm going to change the game. And then along the way, I see this Facebook ad of some people who's offering what? Emotional healing. And so now I'm looking at this like, oh, I guess I'm not a game changer. But scratch that. I'm still going to be a game changer. But the point of the story is, as I'm telling someone about what I found, their words to me was, you got to hurry up. You got to hurry up. You got to get that book out. You got to get that class and you got to do this because people is taking your thoughts and they're doing this and this was you and you've been working on this. And I'm like, well, I ain't worried about that. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about what they're doing. I'm only worried about what I can do and what God has purposed me to do and what He's written me to do. It doesn't matter that they wrote a book. I'm still going to write my book. It doesn't matter that they're teaching a class. I'm still going to teach my class because whoever's assigned to me, whoever's going to hear my voice, and whoever's going to work with me are going to do that regardless of what anybody else has out there. Like I said in a previous session here, was that how many cosmetic brands do we have out there? 50 million, and they're all making millions. And so it doesn't matter. All you got to do is take an old thought, 10x that thing. Okay? So don't worry about the competition. All right, let me move on. Third school of thought is I can do this, and no one can tell me that I can't. We've got to have that school of thought that I can do this, and no one can tell me that I can't. What if all those people that I mentioned earlier had listened to all the naysayers that said they couldn't do it or it wouldn't work? I mean, when hip hop first came out, they said hip hop wasn't going to last. And here we are. I don't know, what is this? 30, 40 years later? I don't know. Hip hop is still around. And Russell Simmons took that thing and he 10x'd it and brought that music concept to a whole culture, right? So what if he had not listened to them? What if P. Diddy had not listened to people? What if Jeff Bezos or Steve Jobs had listened to the naysayers that said, this is not going to work? All right? We have to ignore the naysayers and do what we know we need to do. Take that concept, make it work for you. Again, this is not just business. In your life, make your marriage work for you. These people say your marriage is not going to work. Fool them. Prove them wrong. Put in the work, make that marriage work. Put in the work, raise them kids right. Put in the work to get that career you want, that education you want, whatever it is your goal is. 10x that thing. Don't worry about the naysayers. Again, that's why I got my shirt on today. Y'all getting tired of me putting this shirt on all of my sessions if you want to, but be unbothered. Don't be concerned about what they got to say. Don't be concerned about what other people are doing. Be unbothered. Do your thing. All right, I'm going to keep on moving. Last concept. This is bigger than me. Whatever you're doing, you got to say, this is bigger than me. Because otherwise, there's no point. All right? A wealthy mindset is nowhere near selfish and self-centered. What they do is not just about them and their family. It's not. But what they do is about the greater good. Okay? They're walking in purpose. They're doing something for the greater good. What are you doing to serve the greater good? Are you walking in your purpose? Are you blessing someone with your talents? Your gifts and talents are to bless others and make this world a better place. Get in purpose. That's my words to you. Get in purpose and bless the world with your legacy. Stop sitting on your gifts. Write that book. Write that song. Make that music. I don't know. Coach that team. Just do something. All right. Leave a legacy. Let people enjoy who you are and what you have to offer the world. All right. So that is my lesson for today. The wealthy mindset. Those are the 4 school of thoughts we got to have in life and in business if we want to win at life and win at business. Okay. So those are the things that you need to think about. All right. Now, I'm always here. Again, emotional healing, We need some emotional healing. We need some changing of our minds. We need to get our financial well-being together. Becoming a Being is here to help you with that. All right. So you can always reach out to us, direct message us here on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and also on YouTube if you're watching us. And if you're watching this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me right there in the corner. So subscribe to this page, as well as if you are watching us here on Facebook, go ahead. I dare you to hit that share button. All right. Because we always want to share the knowledge, share the wealth. Was y'all waiting for me to do that? All right. I'm not going to hold you. Don't forget, November 7th, relationship goals. Join us for the Facebook Live. I hope you all have a absolutely great weekend. Thank you for joining me. We're always again here every Friday at 2 p.m. Have a good weekend. Be unbothered and stop worrying and start living. See you next time.